Hey Renee, you look great.
Thank you. Come on in.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good.
Awesome.
Wow, beautiful home.
Thank you. This is our dog, Chala.
Hey Chala.
Thanks.
So people really want to know, they always ask us, what's the story behind the name Uncle Funky's Daughter?
So Uncle Funky's Daughter was started in 2009 by a husband and wife here in Houston, Texas. The father of the wife was called Uncle Funky when she was growing up, because he used to love to dress funky, bell bottoms, all the cool styles of the 70s. And so that's the name. And so when they started Uncle Funky's Daughter, they did it in honor of him, Uncle Funky's Daughter.
Oh, we love that story. It's so cute. So what's your favorite product from Uncle Funky's Daughter and why?
Extra butter is undoubtedly my go-to. So when I moved to Houston in 2009, coincidentally, like most girls with curly hair, I went looking for my products to use. I was rocking 2-strand twist at the time. I still do from time to time. And extra butter was really the one product that worked in my hair. And because I traveled a lot for work at the time, I had tried a lot of different products, but nothing else worked as well as my extra butter. So I tried to cheat on extra butter. I tried to find another product that would work while I was traveling. It did not. So I ended up having to go back to extra butter every single time. So it's my go-to.
Okay, y'all, don't sleep on extra butter. How do you balance running a company and your very busy personal life?
Well, it's a lot. So a lot of people know I have 4 children. I am married for 15 years. And I have a dog, I have a hamster. My daughter has a goldfish. So we have a whole menagerie in this house. And so what I find that works better for me is calendar, because I am really forgetful. I'm running around, I have a lot of stuff on my plate. And so we have a family calendar and we have a work calendar. And the first thing, if it's not on either of those calendars, it just doesn't exist in my life. And so get on my calendar. That's the first thing. The second thing is just time blocking everything, making sure that when I am home, I am present. I'm present for my dog, I'm present for my kids, I'm present for my husband, and that I'm giving them the time that they need, but I'm also giving myself the time that I need. And so that can sometimes also be challenging, because you've got to carve out that time for you, whether that's 5 o'clock in the morning sometimes, or 6 o'clock in the morning to work out, or if it's 10 o'clock at night before I go to bed, getting a couple push-ups in and some stretching done. So finding that time. And then when I'm at work, I am focused 100%. 110% on Uncle Funky's Daughter. And then sometimes I come home and I get back on it too. So I'll get the kids squared away, get homework done, everybody's fed, everybody's been kind of touched, if you will, and then I'll get back on Uncle Funky's Daughter too. So really trying to find the time, those sweet spots throughout the day that really work for me.
Can we check out the rest of your home?
Absolutely. Let's go take a look. I was just about to make myself a cup of tea. I'm jealous.
So speaking of tea, what's your go-to breakfast to kickstart your day?
That's funny. I actually don't eat breakfast. So I used to eat breakfast years ago, and then somewhere along the way I just stopped. But I do love a cup of tea. It is what gets my day started. It is the one thing that makes me feel ready to go and take on the day. It gets my head clear. So that could be like a chai tea, which is one of the things that I love. Chai tea from Starbucks, or I'll make my own tea at home. And that's usually like an English breakfast tea with a little bit of milk, a little bit of honey. And yeah, so that's my go-to. And then that'll usually get me through lunch.
We know being an entrepreneur cannot be easy. So what's the biggest challenge you faced in building your brand?
I think with any brand, it's making sure that you gain and maintain your consumer trust. And so when I bought Uncle Funky's Daughter, one of the first things that I did was to update our packaging, because I wanted to make sure that our packaging was inclusive and it represented every curl in the world. And so we wanted to make sure that she identified with our product on the shelf. That was really important to me. And so I updated the packaging. We have these beautiful brown bottles, these beautiful brown labels. But when that happened, a lot of our customers thought that the formula had changed. And so convincing them that no, we had not changed a single thing in our formulas. In fact, there was a couple of products that we brought back after I bought the company. And then making sure that they understood they could trust me as a person, us as a brand, with their curl needs. And so that was really important to me. And guess what? We're about to go through that same journey again, because, drum roll, we are updating our brand, our label, just a little bit, y'all, just a little bit this year in honor of our 10-year anniversary. And so, yeah, so that's it.
Okay, you heard it here first. So your hair looks amazing.
Thank you.
What's your personal haircare routine?
So I really don't have a finite haircare routine like many of us. I like to wear my hair in a lot of different styles. I like to do wash and goes, 2-strand twists, you name it, I'll do it. But lately, as I become a mom of 4 and a dog and a fish and a husband and a hamster, I decide less is more. So if I can get it done in 30 minutes or less, I'm all in. If it's taking 30 minutes or longer, not gonna happen. So you'll find that I don't do my 2-strand twist as much as I used to, because those used to take me an hour, hour and a half. Just don't have that time. So what I'll do is I'll this is a quick blowout to stretch my curls, and then I flat twisted it with my new mousse coming your way. And then I let that dry for 15-20 minutes, and then I rocked it out. And so these are, what I find is it all depends on the day. Sometimes I'm rocking a fro, sometimes I'm rocking my wash and go, which I use my extra butter and my curly magic. But every day is a little bit different for me, so it depends.
Okay, we caught the little hint. But we heard about the Maximum Thermal Protection line too, and we were wondering what inspired you to design that line?
So, like I said, I recognize that, I personally wear my hair in a lot of different styles. And I know that women out there do too. And part of that journey of your hair is expressing yourself by stretching it out using heat. And I wanted to make sure that my curls and your curls were protected when you did that, and finding a product and developing a product that really helped her to protect her curls while she was rocking that next style. So whether today I blow dried it and I set it up under the dryer, that's 2 pieces of heat on my hair today. And so I wanted to make sure that I was protecting my curls, and other girls had other ladies out there had the ability to do the same. And I know that not a lot of products out there really can provide the heat protection for us, for our community that we needed.
Oh, that's right. Mm-hmm. How do you unwind after a busy day?
So I think usually what I do is I am in my room with a remote or a book. So right now I'm reading the 1619 Project, which I love. And so I will read a book to kind of help my brain to shut off. Sometimes I'll stretch. But usually it's anything that I can do to make me stop thinking. It's just because my brain is always thinking about whatever problem, and I love solving problems, but whatever the problem it is that I'm trying to solve, my brain is usually going there. It's a mile a minute. And so I'll read, I'll watch what I call mindless TV, things that not the news, things I don't have to think about, or some movie or a show. And sometimes I'll have a glass of wine in my room while I'm relaxing. But I think stuff like that.
If you could give one piece of advice to women entrepreneurs, what would it be?
I would probably give them 3. So I would say first, to fail and be okay with accepting that failure. Because with failure is learning, and what you want to do is really understand the root cause of the failure, learn from it, put the processes, the systems, controls, whatever you need in place to make sure that that failure doesn't repeat itself, right? Because there'll be another failure to come, and that's okay. The second thing I would say is persevere. Persevere through the failure, persevere through the storm, because there are going to be plenty of storms, honey. They are coming. They are coming for you and your success. But persevere through it, because there's always light at the end of that tunnel. You will get through that storm, and there will be another one later on. But the sun shines after storm, whether it's a hurricane or light rain. At some point, the sun comes out and you shine, right? And so you just got to get through that moment. And then the last thing I would say is to give yourself grace. Whether you, like me, and you got all the things going on around you, or you're are single, just starting your journey, or whether you're running a multi-million-dollar, almost multi-billion-dollar company, or you're just starting a cookie factory, whatever that is, or you're doing the next fintech startup. Give yourself the grace that you're going to need to move at the pace that you need to grow. Sometimes you don't skyrocket to the top. Sometimes it's a slow walk. Sometimes it's a marathon. Sometimes it's a sprint. But that pace is going to be different from day to day, from month to month, from week to week. And just give yourself the grace to be in that moment, and and to fail, and that's okay.
Thank you so much for inviting us.
This
into
was
your
so
home.
much fun, y'all. So I appreciate y'all coming. This is really cool. Now I got to move from chief curl officer to chief mom officer. So I'm gonna go pick up my kids. Thanks, y'all, for coming in.